Governor Ron DeSantis and his political sights on the Walt Disney Company.
Governor DeSantis announced the state legislature plans to pass a bill aimed at revoking an agreement passed by the former Reedy Creek Board, which stripped the new state-appointed board of its power.
The Spectrum News 13's Randy Roush live for us tonight in Orlando. So, Randy, the governor is also adding here legislation he wants that would provide some state oversight to Disney while keeping other parks exemption in place.
Yeah, the governor says he's going to take the steps to reclaim the power over Disney's specialty district. Speaking here today, he says Disney's corporate kingdom is over. The governor announced Monday that he's going to take legislative action against Disney's control of Reedy Creek.
Even corporations as big and powerful as Walt Disney Company, they are not superior to the laws that are enacted by the people of the state of Florida.
The Central Florida Tourism Oversight Board, appointed by DeSantis to replace the Reedy Creek Improvement District, discovered last month that Reedy Creek Improvement and Disney made development and restrictive agreements just before House Bill 9B was enacted. Those agreements gave Disney wide-ranging powers where the theme parks operate and stops new board members from changing the terms.
They negotiated with themselves to give themselves the ability to maintain their self-governing status.
DeSantis said the Florida legislature has the power to revoke the development agreement, and a bill is in the works to nullify the agreements between Disney and the Reedy Creek district.
I've worked with both leaders of the House and Senate. There is a bill that will be put out in the Florida legislature that will make sure that the agreements purported to be entered into by Disney are revoked.
Representative Anna Eskamani says the governor is on a witch hunt.
Governor Ron DeSantis is clearly conducting a witch hunt after Walt Disney World because they made him big mad when they defended LGBTQ plus kids. The policies that DeSantis are proposing are punitive in nature and targeting one specific corporation for expressing their First Amendment rights.
Governor DeSantis says Disney had too much control for too long, including the ability to appraise their own property and tax liability. He also announced additional oversight, including the State Department of Agriculture inspecting ride safety at theme parks which operate in special districts, which would only impact Walt Disney World. This sets up a big legal battle with the Oversight Board, the governor, and of course Walt Disney World. Governor also mentioned that Walt Disney Company owes $1 billion in money, and he says the taxpayers will not foot the bill. Reporting live near Disney World, Randy Roush, Spectrum News.
Randy, thank you. Now, Walt Disney World did not directly respond to the governor's comments, but they did give us some numbers and information. Company says the resort has paid and collected more than $1.1 billion in state and local taxes last year, saying that makes them the largest single taxpayer in Central Florida, contrary to what the governor claimed. Disney says they do not assess their own property. That is done by Orange and Osceola counties.
The big question now is whether or not the new legislation Governor DeSantis is calling for would be legal. We spoke with a legal expert who told us the state of Florida is going to have to walk a very fine line between revoking the development agreement and appearing not to retaliate against Disney. That is especially when it comes to the additional oversight to ride safety, which seemingly only impacts Walt Disney theme parks.